Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another episode of Premier League predictions. Premier League is back, the international break is over, and it will return in a month's time, and that'll be the last international break. And then after that will be the Euro 2024. So that is it. But the international break is back. Of course, many of the teams are happy that the Premier League is back. But for me, as a Chelsea fan, I wish it was still there because tomorrow is the start of our tough fixture. Today's the 20th of October, Friday. Tomorrow's the 21st of October, which is on a Saturday. So it starts tomorrow and it will end on the game against Manchester United away, which is on the 6th of December. So this is Chelsea's tough test tomorrow. And then there's two derbies as well. Merseyside derby, which is the first one, and there's the London derby, and that'll be it. And the thing is that why there's so many Saturday's games, but it's only one on Sunday, and that is Aston Villa versus West Ham, which is on a 4:30 p.m. kickoff. To me, I'm confused. I really am because the Merseyside derby should be on a Sunday at 4:30 p.m. kickoff because those two clubs are the closest stadium in the Premier League. They're the closest one. Or maybe you could perhaps do Chelsea versus Arsenal because that's a huge game. That's the game of the weekend. London derby at Stamford Bridge. I'm not sure why they put in so many Saturday's games and only put in Aston Villa versus West Ham to be the only Sundays games. Of course, that's a good game because both teams are in Europe, but it's not big. It's not like a derby. It's not like a big game. So it's not like a rivalry. So I really don't get why the Premier League decided to do this. Put the Merseyside derby and London derby on a Saturday, and then also put Sheffield United versus Man United. That game should be on a Sunday. Like there's so many. There's nine matches for the there's nine matches for Saturday's games and only one for Sunday. To me, it doesn't make any sense. It just don't. So I don't get why the Premier League decided to do this. I really don't. But anyway, like I said, the Premier League is back. To me, I want it to continue because, like I said, we've got top fixtures one ahead, but it's over. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, like I mentioned, today is match day 9 this weekend, and we've got two derbies: the Merseyside derby and also the London derby. The game of the weekend, of course, is Chelsea versus Arsenal, because that is it's not like a proper London derby, but it's at the bridge. It's a London derby. Top two teams in London, Arsenal first, Chelsea in second. So that's the game of the weekend. So to me, I'm looking forward to it, but overall, I'm not confident in that game. So that's all I got to say on that one. But yes, guys, if you're glad that the Premier League is back, make sure you click the subscribe button below. Smash a like if you enjoyed this video. And I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. I see it's going and going and going. So big up to you guys. Make sure you keep on subscribing if you're new. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you also click the share button so that everyone is welcome to give their predictions in the comments down below. If you're an Arsenal fan, are you confident that you'll beat Chelsea? If you're a Liverpool fan, are you confident that you're going to beat Everton? So let me just know in the comments down below, what team do you support? And also, are you confident in those games? So just let me know, and I'll respond as soon as I can. So guys, without further ado, let's start. Alright, so the first game, like I mentioned before, is the Merseyside derby, and it is Liverpool versus Everton at Anfield, and that game kicks off tomorrow at lunchtime, at 12:30 p.m. kickoff UK time, and that will be live on TNT Sports 1. So at least that game is on televised here in the UK. But like I said, I'm not sure why the Merseyside derby and the London derby they put the same thing. Like either the Merseyside derby should be on a Sunday or maybe like a London derby. So I don't get it. But anyway, Liverpool versus Anfield. And yeah, even though it's called the Merseyside Derby because of two teams, stadiums close to each other, to me, it's not really like a really good derby because, of course, the last time Everton beat Liverpool was when they was in 2021, February 2021, when Carlo Ancelotti was the manager. They beat them 2-0, kept a clean sheet, and finally beats Liverpool at the Merseyside Derby. And not only that, at Anfield as well. So that was about 2 years ago. But ever since Carlo Ancelotti left Everton, um, of course, last season they drew 0-0 at Goodison Park, and they've lost 2-0 at Anfield. So yeah, ever since and let's not forget, Carlo Ancelotti, when he came to Everton, he got a decent result. 4 points here against Liverpool because they drew 2-2. I think Liverpool should have won that game, and they also beat them 2-0. So yeah, for this game, I don't think it's like a really proper derby because there's only one team, yeah, that can do it, and that's Liverpool. Honestly, it's not really like the Manchester derby where we saw that 4-3, like the Liverpool game where we saw like 5-0, 7-0, and all that stuff. You know, like Tottenham Arsenal, like 4-4 and something like that. So yeah, Merseyside derby is a derby, but it's not like a really proper derby. To me, the North London derby is better than Merseyside derby and the Manchester derby. It's as simple as that. So North London derby is number one. Simple as that. So yeah, there we go. So for this game, listen, Liverpool have only lost one game, but for me, they're still in the title race. Who else? Everton. I feel like are they in the relegation zone again? Let me just have a quick look. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Because I think Liverpool are in fourth place, if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a look at the table. Yeah, Liverpool in fourth place. They're on 17. They're on 3 points behind Tottenham, which they've lost to, which I think they should have won. And Everton are in 16th. So yeah, so for me, there's only one team that can do it, and that is Liverpool. So for this game, I'm gonna go for a Liverpool win. Should I go for 2-0? Should I go for 3-0? Because the thing is that live like opposition always face Liverpool and always score first and then Liverpool win. But for this one, I don't see Everton scoring against Liverpool because yes, they don't normally keep clean sheet, but listen, Everton, they just managed to pick up like two wins, which is Bournemouth and also Brentford. So, but against Arsenal, they've lost, So, yeah, they've already faced teams the likes of Arsenal, and they're about to face another team, their rivals, Liverpool. So, for this game tomorrow, I don't see like the most entertaining game. I do see some goals, and I think Liverpool will score three of them, and Everton won't. So, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Liverpool win. The goal scores for me, I think Mo Salah will score twice, and then it's Luis Diaz that will score for Liverpool. So yeah, those are going to be the goal scores for that game tomorrow. Oh yes, before I continue, I forgot to mention you guys. I've got the scene is different. You normally see facing straight, but I'm also facing diagonal because I thought to myself, listen, um let me just create a new scene so that you guys can see everything is like this. So that is going to be the new set that I'm going to be doing from now on. So no more straight, it's going to be diagonal. And plus if I'm watching games, I can also put another laptop that is going to be alongside there so that I can just look at the comments and while I'm looking at the game. So that's going to be doing from now on. So new set, new environment. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. So let me know which one do you prefer, this one or the one before. Just let me know in the comments down below. But for me, I prefer this one because it's so much better. So much better. I even got a table as well, and I even got a seat. So I prefer this one, to be honest with you. But yeah, back to this game. Yeah, Liverpool are gonna get that win 3-0. But if we do see like a thriller, like a 7 goal thriller, maybe a 5 goal thriller, I feel like that would be the only game that would be the only Merseyside derby where I'm entertained because Liverpool just get more wins than Everton. Let me just let me just see a stat that I want to tell you guys. Let me just have a look. Yeah, so look at this. Liverpool have just lost one of the 25 Premier League meetings with Everton, won 11 and draw 13. So, wow. I mean, wow. You see, like, that's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, Everton only just got one win in the last 25 meters, and that was that 2-0 win, which is in February 2021, like I said. Wow, I didn't expect this. There's more draws than Liverpool win and Everton win. So there you go. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Like the Merseyside derby is not like a proper derby. The North London is a derby because I see Tottenham win, I see Arsenal win, I see some draws, but there's not barely. I don't see any barely draws in the North London derby. All I see is Arsenal win at the Emirates and Tottenham win at White Hart Lane. So that's what I'm telling you. North London derby is better than Manchester derby and the Merseyside derby. Facts, and no one can tell me otherwise. So yeah, looking at this year. Liverpool, of course, have got more wins than Everton, but there's more draws than Liverpool wins and Everton wins. So yeah, that's interesting. So to me, I don't think Merseyside derby is like a proper derby. It's not entertaining to watch. Of course, there is red cards. There's more red cards in the Merseyside derby than any other derbies. But in terms of the record, Everton don't have a good record. They really don't. So yeah, that's why for this game tomorrow, I have to go for Liverpool winning 3-0. So yeah, there we go. So it is what it is. Right, we move on into the next game, and it's the team that are in a relegation zone up against Wolves, who recently beat Manchester City. So yeah, looking at the table, um, yeah, Wolves are in 14th because they've got 14, they got 8 points, where for Bournemouth they've only got three, and them and Sheffield United are the only team that still haven't got wins so far this season. So I think I had Bournemouth finishing in a relegation zone. I can't remember. I really can't remember. But yeah, it's only Bournemouth. I was still looking for wins because they drawn three times and they lost five times. So for this game, I know Bournemouth's last game was that 4-0 defeat against Arsenal. So what was Wolves' last game to be? Let me just have a look. Yeah, Wolves' last game, I think it was a draw against Aston Villa in the West Midlands derby. So yeah, for this game. It's so difficult to predict because I'm not sure when Bournemouth ever gonna get that win. I'm really not quite sure. So for this game tomorrow, I'm not. It's so difficult, but Wolves are a really good team. Bournemouth, they're not quite. They still got really good players, but they haven't picked up really good wins. So could this be the game where Bournemouth can get their first win of the season? We shall wait and see. But to be honest with you, um, do I see Bournemouth scoring in this game? Maybe. But do I see them winning? No. So for this game tomorrow, no, actually, I might go for probably, yeah, I might go for 3-1 Wolves win. Yeah, I'm going to go for 3-1 because Wolves did really well beating Manchester City. And the last two games they've won against City and they've drawn against Aston Villa, and both of them were at Monaco. So yeah, for this game, I think Wolves are starting to pick up form under their new manager. So I feel like they'll get another win. I feel like Bournemouth. I think that they'll be the team that will get relegated, and so will Sheffield United and probably Luton. So there we go. So I'm not sure if Bournemouth are going to get that win against Wolves. So I think that the Wolves score, but I think Wolves will get that win. So I'm going to go for 3-1 Wolves win against Bournemouth. So yeah, so that's it. So, but if Bournemouth win, then I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be because I feel like Wolves are just 11 points ahead. No, they're only like 5 points below Wolves. So if Bournemouth win, that means they'll only be 1 point behind them. So this is a much-win game for Bournemouth if they want to be out of the relegation zone for the first time this season. So they need to get that win, but I just really don't see that happening. So, and plus they lost against Everton, who are in the bottom, to 3-0. So there you go. So for this game, I think Wolves will get that win. So I'm going to go Wolves with 3-1 win in that game tomorrow. So yeah, there we go. Right. Brentford up against Burnley. Now, of course, Burnley lost 4-1 against Chelsea their last game. What was Brentford's last game? Let me just have a quick look. And plus, Brentford are in 15th. You know, they're in 15th. Yeah, they lost against Manchester United. And for me in that game, I think Brentford bottled it because we were 1-0 up and you were about to beat Man United at Old Trafford, which we've never done. But the fact that you've allowed Scott McTominay to come on the pitch and score two late goals, honestly, that is not great. That is really not great. And guess what? Brentford and Burnley are 3 points. Yeah, 3 points behind Brentford. So Brentford need to win. They need to win because if they don't win and Everton and maybe Luton Town win, they could be in the bottom three for the first time this season. And the fact is that how comes Brentford can do well 2 years ago and last season, and then I end up being 15th. For me, that doesn't make any sense. And I would have thought that GW9 Stadium is going to be the toughest games to go. But when Crystal Palace went there, they've won. I mean, sorry, they've drawn. The same goes for Newcastle. So yeah, teams are looking like going to GW Stadium and just beat them. So yeah, Brentford need to win. They need to win because Burnley are in the bottom three. They just lost 4-1 against Chelsea, so they need to win. If they drop more points, then Brentford could be in trouble. Really could be. I don't think Brentford will get relegated. I really don't. But if they don't start to pick up decent results, then I feel like Thomas Frank could be sacked. Maybe not this year, but probably next year. So he needs to get that win. So for me, and not so to me, Chelsea, West London club beat Burnley 4-1. This one, Brentford, another West London club needs to beat Burnley. So for this game, I wanted to go for 4-1, but I thought to myself, nah, Brentford don't really score more than 4 goals. So for this game tomorrow, I think Burnley will score because they always score goals against big teams. But I think Brentford would win. So I'm going to go for 3-1 Brentford. I'm going to go for 3-1. I'm not going to go for 4-1 because I barely see Brentford score more than 3 goals. But I'm going to go for Brentford 3-1. Burnley, I'm not sure who their goal scorer will be for, but Brentford, there's no Ivan Toney, so let's hope they can. But they should cope without them because they got Wissa, they got Mbemba, they got some really, really good players. So I'm gonna go for Brentford with a 3-1. So they need to bounce back. They need to bounce back after that loss against Manchester United, which they should have won if they would have held it. They would have done. So yeah, Brentford are gonna get that win, and I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Brentford win. So they need to. So another West London club. Let's hope they can beat Burnley. So there we go. So that's going to be my prediction for that one. Now, Manchester City against Brighton. Now, this one is interesting. Brighton, what was their last game? Yeah, they drew 2-2, but for Manchester City, they've lost against Arsenal. So yeah, but this game, I don't think Manchester City will destroy Brighton. I feel like it's going to be a tight game because Brighton are a really good team. They really have a good squad. The likes of Matoma, you know. I, I, if I'm not mistaken, I think Rodri should be back in this game. Excuse me. If he ain't, then I think like Manchester City will drop points. I think Brighton can beat them like they did last season. But they haven't beat them at the Etihad. They don't have a really good record there. But if Rodri is back, then I think Manchester City will win this game. But if not, we shall wait and see. But with Rodri, I think Brighton, I think Manchester City will win. But I don't think they'll put like I don't think they'll batter them. I don't think they'll score 3 or 4 past them because Brighton are a really good side. And like I said, they've drawn against Liverpool, and if they would have gotten that penalty, maybe they could have won that game. So Brighton are a really good team. They really are. But for me, since this game is at the Etihad, excuse me, let me grab a drink of water. Excuse me. Yeah, so since this game is at the Etihad Stadium, I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it really would. Do I see Man City keeping a clean sheet? Probably because for me, I feel like this game, I feel like Man City will dominate a bit more possession than Brighton. That depends if Rodri is available. If he ain't, then it's going to be completely different. But yeah, Man City, I feel like they will bounce back because Because like I told you guys, without Rodri, Man City are not the same. You know, he didn't play in the Newcastle game they've lost. He played in the Champions League because they were away to RB Leipzig, so and plus they've won that game, but he didn't. But when he faced the Wolves, they've lost, and when he faced Arsenal without Rodri, they've lost. So I feel like Rodri is available, so I think Manchester City will bounce back, but I don't think it's gonna be like a battering, like a 3-0 or 4-0. I think it's gonna be a tight game, so I'm gonna go for a Manchester City win of 1-0. And of course, if Man City drop points, then Arsenal and Tottenham fans, well, maybe Arsenal fans would be happy. I don't think Tottenham will win the title, but I feel like the fact that they'll see like Manchester City dropping more points, then that'll be amazing for them. And like I said, Man City for the first time this season have back-to-back losses for the first time since 2018. 2018, 5 years ago. So there you go. So for me, I don't think that it's going to be another loss to them. Surely can't. Surely can't. They will bounce back, and I feel like Watcher should be available in this game. But if it's going to be a tight game, I don't think it's going to be 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, something like that. It's going to be 1-0. It's going to be 1-0 to Manchester City. I think Brighton will have a plan, but I think Manchester City will get the 3 points, and they will beat Brighton at the Etihad just like they always do. So yeah, I'm going to go for 1-0 Manchester City win. It's as simple as that. But yeah, that game is going to be interesting, but I think Manchester City will get the job done. So yeah, 1-0 to them. 1-0 to them. So that's going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. And like I told you guys, there's so many Saturday's games. Nine of them, and there's only one on Sunday, which I don't get. So I don't know why the Premier League decided to do that one. Oh yeah, there is a Monday night football, but yeah, like I said, there's more games on Saturdays than there's on a Sunday and even on a Monday. So that one I really don't get. But yeah, there is Monday night football, which which I should remember, and it's Tottenham against Fulham, which I'll get to in just a moment. But yeah, the next game, sorry, it's Newcastle United versus Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace, of course, Newcastle. What's their last game? What was both of them last game? Because let me just have a look. What was Crystal Palace's last game? Oh yeah, they drew 0-0 against Forest. Newcastle. Oh, they also drew. So there you go. So both teams drawn. So Newcastle draw against West Ham and Crystal Palace draw against Nottingham Forest. And guess what? Guess what? It's eighth against ninth. Newcastle on 13 points and Crystal Palace on 12 points. So this is going to be very interesting. This is also going to be a really good game. Eighth against ninth. So both teams drawn their game, but Crystal Palace I feel like they've got a better defensive record than Newcastle. Yeah, because they've only conceded 7 times. You know, Newcastle have a better goal scoring than Crystal Palace, but Crystal Palace have a better defense than Newcastle because Newcastle conceded 9 times, while Crystal Palace only conceded 7. So this should be a really good game. Now, for this one. This game is at St. James Park, so could this be another draw? Because that's what I'm thinking. Because if Newcastle would have beaten West Ham, then I would have gone for Newcastle win. And if Crystal Palace won and Newcastle didn't, then I would have gone for Crystal Palace win. But for this game, I see this being another draw. I really do. I don't think it's going to be like a 2-2 or something like that. I can see this game being like a 1-1 draw because both teams because I would have thought that Newcastle would have been doing being part of the top four, but the fact they're in 8th place just tells you that they've slightly dropped off a bit. But I still think Newcastle finish in the top four. No, I think Newcastle. I don't think they'll finish in the top four. I think they'll finish in either 5th or 6th place. But yeah, 8th against ninth. For this game, I don't know what to predict. I could see this being a draw again. So yeah, of course, that's James Park, but Crystal Palace are doing really good so far under Roy Hodgson. So yeah, for this game, I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm gonna go for 1-1. I think the goal scorers for Crystal Palace. I think it's gonna be Edward, the Newcastle goal scorer. I think it might be Alexander Isak. So yeah, I see this being another draw since Crystal Palace drew their last game, and also the same goes for Newcastle United. So I see this game being a 1-1 draw at St James Park. So yeah, maybe this game should be televised, televised, but it's only at 3 p.m. so it's not going to be televised, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to go for 1-1 draw between Newcastle United and Crystal Palace in that game at St James Park. So yeah, eighth against ninth. Looking forward to that game. Should be a really good game. It really, really is. All right, moving on to the next one. Nottingham Forest against Luton Town. I think Luton Town only got a win against Everton, but but are they in the relegation zone? Let me just have a look. They're in 17th, so yeah, on the same points as Burnley. But so if Luton want to be out of the relegation zone, they need to beat Nottingham Forest. But for me, going to the City Ground ain't that easy. It really ain't. I feel like Newcastle's home I think Newcastle, their last home game they drew against Burnley. But yeah, and plus they're on 9 points because I believe they lost their last game. No, they actually drew. So, but yeah, going to the City Ground ain't that easy for Luton Town. It really ain't. And plus, Tottenham. Of course, Luton Town's last game was against Tottenham, and the fact that he couldn't even beat 10-man Tottenham just shows you everything. And guess what? They had three clear-cut chances, and they couldn't put it in the back of the net. They really couldn't. So for this game, I wanted to go for a draw, but listen, since this game is at the City Ground, I see Nottingham Forest winning that game. So for this game tomorrow, tomorrow at 3 p.m. at the City Ground in Nottingham, in um in the East Midlands, I'm gonna go for Nottingham Forest win. I have to go for a win of probably. Do I think I don't see Luton Town scoring in this game. I'm gonna go for Nottingham Forest win of 2-0. I think Iwayi will score, and maybe Cameron Hudson-Odoi will score for Nottingham Forest. So those are going to be the goal scorers for that game tomorrow. So yeah, Nottingham Forest will get that win. And Luton Town depends on the other teams. I feel like they will be back in the bottom three. So yeah, there we go. So Nottingham Forest will get that win of 2-0. They'll keep that clean sheet, and on 9 points, they're 3 points behind Chelsea, so they're looking to win. So yeah, there we go. So Nottingham Forest is going to get that 2-0 win against Luton Town tomorrow. So yeah, there we go. Right, moving on into the game of the weekend. Now, I'm not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to be doing a match preview later on today, and it's a Arsenal fan. So make sure you guys hit that bonus notification so that you know who that person is. Many of you don't know. Some of you may know her, some of you ain't. But I know this. Arsenal fan. So it's gonna be very interesting. So make sure you hit the bonus notification. So I'm not going to talk about this too much. But what I'm going to tell you is that Chelsea's top fixtures starts today. I mean, starts tomorrow. So yeah. And the thing is that our season started in a game against Fulham where we beat them 2-0. Because after that we faced Burnley and beat them 4-1. But the thing is that if you want me to be real, I don't see Chelsea winning this game at all. And plus, I don't even see them scoring. I really don't. It's only when we go to the Emirates Stadium I see them scoring. But at Stamford Bridge, no. Because Arsenal's away record is really good. They don't really concede away from home. They really, you know, and I read a stat here that says Arsenal are the only team here that have never lost away from home and kept the most clean sheets out of any other club. So that tells you here that Arsenal's affairs, especially away from home, is solid. Especially the likes of William Saliba and Gabriel. And guess what? Before I continue with my predictions, I'd like to read you out a stat here that says Kurt Zuma and Willie Saliba are the only the only two players here that didn't get driven past. So none of the attacking players or midfielders has ever dribbled past William Saliba. So that tells you, yeah, that William Saliba is a much better player than Kurt Zuma because William Saliba is probably one of the best defenders so far in this league. Probably the best because guess what? In the Man City game, he kept Erling Haaland quiet, which we've never seen that before because Erling Haaland used to score for Arsenal, but he couldn't do that last season. He kept him quiet. I haven't seen much of Erling Haaland in that Arsenal game, so that's why to me, William Saliba and Gabriel. William Saliba is better than Gabriel, but both of them two partnership is solid. So I'm not quite sure who is going to be scoring goals for Chelsea. I'm not quite sure who's going to be getting past those players. So that's why I don't see Chelsea scoring this game and also don't winning. For me, and I know you guys are thinking, oh, this Chelsea fan is saying he wants to support his team. Listen, I really want to. And I know that Pochettino has a good record against Arsenal, but listen, I've got to be real. I've got to be. I don't. That's why people don't call me deluded. They think I'm a realistic Chelsea fan. I'm speaking pure facts, and you're being real about Chelsea. Listen, all I can say is that, listen, I hope they prove me wrong, but listen, all I know is that I've got to be with you guys. So for this game on Saturday, which is tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. kickoff at Stamford Bridge, I have to go for an Arsenal with 1-0. I have to because that's what they did last season, and that's what I think they're going to do again. I don't see both Chelsea and Arsenal I don't see Arsenal like putting three past Chelsea like they did last season. Or I don't, and the same goes for Chelsea. I don't see both teams getting battered because, like I said, Arsenal and Manchester City have conceded less goals than Chelsea. Manchester City, I think they've only conceded six. Well, let me have a look. I know Arsenal conceded six, but let me have a look at City. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Arsenal and City have conceded the same, and Chelsea. So I'll put it this way. So Arsenal and City are equal in their defensive record. And Chelsea and Crystal Palace are the same thing, 7. So that's what we've got to say on that one. So that's why to me, I think Arsenal already scored 1 because our defense is sometimes can be a bit shaky, but our defense is still good, really is good. So like I said to you guys, our defense is not the reason why we're looking this bad. It's more of our attack, you know. It's like going forward and putting the ball off the back of the net. That's the reason why we cannot score. But you can see the last 2 games here that happened, and the reason why that is because Pochettino have decided to switch the formation. Instead of a 4-2-3-1, he put a 4-3-3 and put players in a position, and you can see that it worked. If we would have done this against teams that we should beat, then if we would have done this against West Ham, then I believe we would have won because we're the much better team. The Nottingham Forest game definitely could have won. Aston Villa could have won. Bournemouth could have won. But instead, it took him in about 2 months to figure it out. So to me, it doesn't make any sense. But all I know is that if Chelsea want to get a good result, to me, maybe the defense don't make any changes because even though Malo Gusto is back, I know he'll start Kukurea because in the last 2 games he looked a bit really good in his out position. So that's what we've got to say on that one. So the goalkeeper, no changes. The defense, no changes. The midfield, no changes. Now the attack, especially on the left hand side. Who will start? Would it be Mudryk or would it be Sterling? Well, I'm going to save that one for the match preview later on today, so make sure you guys check that out. But to be honest with you, I think Arsenal will dominate possession, and let's not forget, if Saka is fit, then he will start. I know Gabriel Martinelli it didn't feature for the Brazil game, so I know he's available, and the same goes for Gabriel Jesus, and Thomas Partey is available. Declan Rice is available, and so is Odegaard. So if Arsenal play that 4-4-3-3, the likes of Martin Odegaard, Partey, and Declan Rice, and also Saka, um, Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and Martinelli, that would be the first time we've ever seen players play together for the first time this season because we didn't see that last season, but we're going to see that this season. So that's where I feel like Arsenal just going to cause Chelsea all sorts of problems. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not confident. I'm not extremely confident in this game. So listen, that's my head is saying 1-0, but my heart is saying 2-1 Chelsea. So, but to be honest with you, I've got to believe my head because my head is always right. My heart sometimes could be right, but it's mostly my head. So I have to go for my head and predict a 1-0 Arsenal win. So yeah, there we go. So that's going to be my prediction, unfortunately. And like I said, you guys call me negative, but I've got to be real. Arsenal in the title race, we're not. We're 11th, they're in second. They're doing much better than us, so I've got to be real. I've got to be real. They're unbeaten, we ain't. So I've got to be real. So Arsenal will get that wins, and hopefully that doesn't happen. But if you want it to be real, it will happen. So yes, I want to back my team, but I just can't. Hopefully they'll prove me wrong. Hopefully, but I just got this doubt that they'll prove me right. So yeah, I have to go for an Arsenal winner 4-0. It's as simple as that. So yeah, there we go. Right. The next one is an 8 p.m. kickoff, which I don't know why, but it's Sheffield United who are hosting Manchester United at Bramall Lane. And of course, this game, I'm not sure if this game will be on Sky Sports or TAT Sports. I'll have a look at that in just a moment. But yeah, Sheffield United against Man United. Now, I remember during COVID where Sheffield United shocked Man United. I think that was at Old Trafford when they beat them 1-0, and that was the shock of the season. Tomorrow, this could be the same thing. Now, many people are saying that if Chelsea beat Arsenal, that'll be a more shock than Everton beating Liverpool and Sheffield United beating Manchester United. I don't agree. I don't agree. To me, if Everton do beat Liverpool, then I see this being a bit of a shock, but not like a really big shock, not really. If Sheffield United beat Manchester United, that for me that would be the shock of the season because Sheffield United still haven't got a win and they're in rock bottom. They're in rock bottom. So surely Manchester United, of course, they beat Brentford, but they were lucky. This game against Sheffield United, they should dominate possession. They should just. Man United will back to Sheffield United. Um, you know, um, like Newcastle did, but I think Manchester United should get back-to-back wins for the first time this season, especially away from home. So for this game, Man United will win. Do I see them keeping clean sheet? No, because Andre Nana is looking like a flop. Because I would have thought he would done well for Man United, but it looks like that's not gonna happen. It looks like it didn't happen. So for this game tomorrow, of course, I will be watching that game after the Arsenal game when I finish doing my match reaction. For this game, I don't think Man United will batter them. I really don't. I'm going to go for a slightly 2-1 Man United win. I saw many people going for a shock. Sheffield United win of 1-0. But for me, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If it does happen, then I'll be very surprised. I'll be very surprised. But to me, I see Sheffield United win. I don't see Man United keeping a clean sheet. But I think they will win. They will. And they have to. Because surely, yeah, you cannot beat Brentford, which you are lucky to do, and then go to lose to Sheffield United. You just can't. You just can't. So this game tomorrow, Man United will win. It's not going to be that full like 8-0. It's going to be tight 1-2-1 because I think Newcastle above them, so above Man United. So that's why I think Man United will win, but it's not going to be 8-0. It's going to be 2-1 to Man United. So that's going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Yeah, so those are the Saturday's games. Then let's move on into the only Sunday's game, which is Aston Villa versus West Ham United. I'm not sure why that game is only on a Sunday. I really don't get that, but it is what it is. Now, Villa are unbeaten at home at Villa Park, and the reason why that is because of Unai Emery. Aston Villa's last home game, they battered Brighton 6-1. 6-1, which I never expect that to happen. To me, for this game, I don't see Aston Villa battle West Ham United, but I see them get another win at Villa Park. And our friend Sonny Scott said to me yesterday when I DM'd him on Instagram, he said, "What's your prediction for that game?" I went for 3-1. He said, "No, but listen, look at Aston Villa. They're unbeaten at home. So if West Ham beat them, then that'll be the first time they've ever lost at Villa Park. That'll be the first time under Unai Emery. But for me, Aston Villa, they're doing really well. The likes of Ollie Watkins, they got some really good players. Don't mind me, West Ham got some really good players, but they drew against Newcastle, so which many people want to think that West Ham could have won, but they didn't. They really didn't. So for this game, I see West Ham scoring, but I see Aston Villa getting another win. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Villa win. The West Ham goal scorer for me has got to be James Ward-Prowse because he loves scoring against Aston Villa. But the Aston Villa goal scorer has got to be Ollie Watkins scoring twice, and I think DRB scoring. So yeah, Ollie Watkins will score twice, and then Lewis DRB will score for Villa, and that will be it. So that's gonna be my goal scores for that game tomorrow. So yeah, Villa's gonna get that 3-1 win against West Ham United, and like I said, that's the only Sunday's game. I'm not sure why, but I don't know what the Premier League are thinking. So, but yeah, there we go. That's the only Sunday's game. So yeah, so that's gonna be my prediction: 3-1 to Aston Villa. And then on Monday night, under the lights at White Hart Lane, we've got Tottenham Hotspur versus Fulham. Now, when these two met at the Carabao Cup, Tottenham got knocked out. But listen, this game is not in the Carabao Cup, it's in the league. And Fulham, what was their last game actually? Let me just have a look. What was Fulham's last game? Because I know Tottenham beat Luton Town. That's the last game. But what was Fulham's one? Oh yeah, they beat Sheffield United 3-1. So yeah, this is also a derby, like a London derby. But to me, Chelsea and Arsenal are a much bigger derby than the Tottenham Fulham one. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, Tottenham are unbeaten. They're top of the league. This game, I feel like this game, like Tottenham should win. Tottenham should win. They need to get their revenge after they got knocked out against Fulham in the Carabao Cup, but that was away from home. For this game, I know that Arsenal fans are hoping that they'll beat Chelsea and making sure that Tottenham drop points. But to me, I feel like both Arsenal and Tottenham will remain the only teams here that will be unbeaten. So yeah, for this game, I feel like it's going to be a tight game. I see Fulham scoring, but I see Tottenham getting the 3 points. So it's not going to be like, should I go for? Yeah, because actually no. When Fulham face Arsenal, they've drawn 2-2, but that was when Arsenal made the mistake. So for this game, boy, I don't know what to predict. Should I go for a draw or should I go for Tottenham win? Because this is at White Hart Lane. Let's not forget that. And guess what? Ange Postecoglou is unbeaten at White Hart Lane, and plus he's unbeaten in his last home games for both Celtic and Tottenham. So that is amazing. So I don't see Fulham winning, but I see this being a draw or Tottenham win. But this game is at White Hart Lane, so I'm gonna go for. I think Fulham will score. I think they will, but I see Tottenham winning. So I don't know. Should I go for three? I'm gonna go for. Hmm. I don't know. And about Yves Bissouma, so Yves Bissouma is going to be out for this game, so that's a huge loss to them. But I think they will. But I think James Maddison could, and other teams could help Tottenham win this game. So yeah, this game on Monday, it's so difficult to predict because I wanted to go for like a draw, maybe like a 3-1, but oh God, I think Tottenham will win. So I'm either gonna get 1 point or 3 points. So for this game, I might go for 2-1. Yeah, that's my final prediction because I wanted to go for 3-1, but I thought to myself, nah, let me just go for 2-1. Because I think Tottenham will remain unbeaten, like I said, and the same goes for Arsenal. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, Tottenham will get that win of 2-1, and it's at White Hart Lane. If this was at Craven Cottage, maybe I would have gone for a draw. But listen, it's at White Hart Lane. Tottenham, like Ange Postecoglou, is unbeaten his last 50 home games. So yeah, this is 51 game you know as in his career. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 Tottenham. I feel like they will get that win and they'll remain unbeaten, just like Arsenal are. So yeah, there we go. So it is what it is. So yeah, Tottenham will get that 2-1 win in the London derby. All right, so that is all my predictions. Let me go for them one more time. So the Merseyside derby, I've gone for a Liverpool 3-0 win against Everton. Then the next one, I've gone for a 3-1 Wolves win against Bournemouth, which are in the relegation battle. Then I've gone for a Brentford 3-1 win against Burnley because Chelsea beat them 4-1. Let's see if Brentford can do the same thing. But I think they're only going to score 3 past them. And then we've got an interesting one, Manchester City against Brighton. I've gone for Cityton's only one will win against the Seagulls. Excuse me. Then I've gone for I've gone for a 1-1 draw between eighth place Newcastle and ninth place Crystal Palace. So that's going to be a very good game to watch. Then I've gone for a Nottingham Forest 2-0 win against Luton Town, who are in 17th place. Then I've gone for a 1-0 Arsenal win. Have to be honest, I've got to be real against Chelsea, the London derby at Stamford Bridge at 5:30 p.m. kickoff. Then I've gone for a slight 2-1 Manchester United win against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, which that should happen unless Sheffield United can shock everyone. Then I've gone for a Villa 3-1 win against West Ham United as the only Sunday's games, and I think Aston Villa will remain unbeaten at home. The last and not least, I've gone for Spurs 2-1 win against the Cottages in the London derby, Monday Night Football under the lights at White Hart Lane at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, that is it, guys. That is all my predictions for game week 9 for this weekend. So let me know in the comments down below where you agree or disagree with my predictions. So yeah, that is all my predictions for this weekend. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. And if you enjoyed the new setting, like the new set, let me know in the comments down below. And which one do you prefer? The one before or the one right now? So let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, like I said, the match preview is coming up later on today, and there's some very special guests. So make sure you guys hit the bonus notification so you never miss any of those. And I've got this, and also tomorrow if I might be able to do the Merseyside derby if I wake up if I'm not that busy, and of course I'm going to do the Chelsea Arsenal live watch along tomorrow because also I'm a Chelsea fan and there's a London derby as well. So yeah, make sure you guys tune into that one. Then is there any good games on Sunday? No, it's Aston Villa versus West Ham, of course. Both teams are in Europe, but it's not like a really big game. On Monday night, I might do Tottenham versus Fulham, so make sure you guys check that out. So those are the only games I'll be covering live on my YouTube channel this weekend on Match Day 9. So yeah, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, look after yourself, take care, goodbye, God bless, big up yourselves, and I'll catch you guys again very, very soon. In a big people, peace.